Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. This is definitely a silver catastrophe. Gold and silver miners could bottom by next week. We also see a sharp pop in prices on huge jumps in U.S. jobless reports, people losing their jobs left and right. What's this going to do to the economy? We see gold at $1,613 right now, silver $14.51. So with that said, the link to these two articles will be in the description or in the comment section. Make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 100 likes. Everyone go like this video right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's jump into this video. So in 2008, it's happening all over again, but only much worse. We know in 2008, the credit crisis, the financial meltdown that happened, led prices higher, but the stakes are much higher right now. Precious metals are likely to slide very fast, very far, and then recover in a big way, just like 2008. A lot of money is likely to be made by those who are positioned correctly. Are you positioned correctly? That's what I want to ask you. It's very controversial right now to be getting in or out of precious metals. A lot of people are impulse buying. A lot of people are panic selling. It's like, there's no wrong way, but there definitely is a successful or a profitable way. The precious metals market's going to be providing us with myriads of signs recently. Some could come from gold, some could come from silver, and quite many can come from the analysis of the mining stock sector. Those that we will show you in just a minute will probably make you think, no way, then what if, and finally, I hope I still have time. You don't want to miss the boat. You don't want to be on the short end of the stick, ladies and gentlemen. I'm definitely telling the truth. And you're still not convinced it's worth reading? What if we told you that the final bottom of the precious metal sector, but not the stock market, could be seen as early as next week? We prepared just one chart for you, and let's go over that. The final bottom could be as early as next week, and that is when things finally stop going down, and we could see the rally of a lifetime, the historical positioning of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime. Definitely something that could be huge for precious metals. We prepared just one chart for you today, also as supplementary one which explains why you should start to treat the first chart seriously, but it's a very big importance. So you can see right here, the Congress increases the amount of seniors can get from reverse mortgages. So let's start with something relatively uninteresting, but still important. You might be wondering, why didn't the GDX ETF slide further yesterday, even though gold moved lower yesterday visibly? The above chart provides two reasons for it. So I'm actually going to skip this. I'm going to go into the meat and potatoes because a lot of us aren't into ETFs. So let's go into this. So the GDX has been declining steadily for 7 candlesticks, which seems to fit the above pattern very well. If the more volatile part starts today, and it seems likely, the base above this analogy, we can expect it to continue for about 5 to 6 trading days. This means the bottom would likely form on April 7th, Tuesday, or April 8th, Wednesday. So they're saying the bottom of this precious metals gander, all of this, could come to a halt and start to appreciate then. Based on yet another technique, the previous ones are the analogy in 2008 and 2020 in gold, are about the miners reaching their declining support line we outlined Monday. It seems that we'll see a major bottom in precious metals market next week, likely close to April 7th. It could be the case we'll see once again the double bottom formation with the bottom on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. We have only indication for it, so it wouldn't bet the farm on this particular scenario. We realize that these are very bold statements, which they are, that we're making, but they might seem unrealistic, crazy, or one might just want to laugh them off, especially while holding a long position in the precious metals market. Please remember that one of your old crazy predictions about silver breaking below 2015 lows was realized very recently. These are crazy times, and crazy could indeed take place, and that's definitely true. I'm glad he mentioned that. It's crazy to say something like this, but it's also in a crazy time. So if you're expecting higher prices or very exaggerated prices, because we're living in exaggerated times right now, right? So anything could happen. That's definitely true. And I'm glad that you mentioned that. To confirm we might actually know a thing or two about timing is extremely volatile market, we are providing you with a quick look at our recent performance. So you can see right here. So entering a short position in gold, silver mining stocks, and substantially increase thereof. And then you can see this, everything under there. So Miners have already showed exponential weakness by declining in the last few days, despite a move higher in gold and general stock markets, a combination that previously triggered substantial gains. It happened on March 26th when we were entering short positions in the miners. Miners didn't move much recently, but it was relative normally at the stage of the decline. Why wouldn't we count on the pace of the decline to continue? Conversely, it's likely to accelerate shortly. So, that's definitely interesting stuff. We are looking at a lot of speculation, but it's definitely stuff that we can pay attention to. So now, huge jobless reports coming out, and this is going to definitely affect precious metals. So the gold and silver prices are sharply trading in U.S. midday trading Thursday and are near the session highs after the U.S. government reported a massive increase of 6.6 million in jobless claims in the last trading report week. June gold futures were last up $44 an ounce. March silver was up 61 cents an ounce. The big U.S. data point this week will not be Friday's monthly employment report, usually the most important data point of the month, but it instead will be Thursday morning's weekly jobless claim report. The 6.6 million rise was about to double the expected gain of just over 3 million after rising 3.2 million last week. The weekly claims report further confirms the U.S. economy has been severely crippled by the coronavirus outbreak. Global stock markets were mixed in overnight trading. U.S. stock indexes are solidly higher at midday following Wednesday's sharp losses. So, the important outside market today see NYMEX crude oil prices sharply higher and trading around $25 a barrel on a heavy short covering and perceived bargain hunting after hitting an 18-year low of $19.27. The big rally in oil prices is helping to lift U.S. stock indexes. There are reports the U.S., Russia, and Saudi Arabia are close to an agreement and to deal a halt with Saudi-Russian oil price wars. President Trump said an agreement between Saudi Arabia and Russia will be reached soon. Reports also said China will be buying crude oil for its strategic petroleum reserve. China reportedly at present has over 1 billion barrels of empty oil storage capacity. At the same time, the U.S. has very little to none. The big rally in oil prices is bullish for the precious metals market. So, oil definitely has a lot to do with it, but right now it's kind of in an interesting standstill because the miners aren't digging anything out of the ground, especially the biggest, this biggest silver mine is shut down right now from Mexico. So the U.S. dollar index is higher at midday, and the bulls have a very good week. When the going gets really, really tough, it appears global traders and investors still seek out the greenback. The 10-year U.S. Treasury note yield is trading around 0.6% Thursday after trading above 1% last week. Declining U.S. Treasury yields recently are a sign that U.S. bond traders, arguably the smartest traders in the world, expect more serious market/economic turmoil in the horizon, including suggesting that most markets have not fully priced the eventual global economic toll the coronavirus sickness will exact. So they're still speculating that things are going to get worse before they get better. Technically, June gold futures bulls have the firm overall near-term technical advantage and gain fresh power today. Gold bulls' next upside price breakout objective is to produce a close above solid technical resistance at $1,675. Bears' next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing prices below solid support at $1,600. So May silver bulls are back. Bulls and bears are back on the level of overall near-term technical playing fields. Silver bulls' next upside price objective is closing prices above solid technical resistance at $16 an ounce. The next downside price breakout objective for bears is closing prices below solid support at $13. First resistance is seen at today's high of $14.72 and then $15. Next support is seen at this week's low of $13.89 and then $13.50. So it's looking like, we're definitely on the cusp of something very big. Who knows to what extent, like the thing said earlier. If you're looking at exaggerated price forecasts or predictions, we're living in exaggerated times, people. So anything could happen, anything under the sun. This is something, coronavirus was thrown out of left field, and it's definitely going to influence markets on a very, very heavy note. And people really, really cannot foresee the future. All we can do is try to gauge. Look at what's happening in the economy, what's happening with COVID-19. Is it spreading worse, or are we starting to contaminate? What are we doing? Is quarantine working? If not, what's this going to look like for the economy, and in return, what's this going to be looking like for the markets, especially precious metals. So anyways, I'd love to hear your insight. What do you have to say about these two articles? I thought you guys would enjoy these. Showed a lot of information. We learned a lot today about this stuff. So go check out the 2 other videos I posted today as well. Definitely some other good stuff you'll want to check out, especially if you're interested in precious metals, where prices are headed and what's going on in the middle of it all. So, I'm trying to do my best on a day-to-day basis to inform you what's happening with precious metals, where gold and silver are headed and why. And, make sure you smash those like buttons, make sure you support the channel, because I'm trying to grow. And I definitely feel good right now with the content I'm making. I feel like, a lot of interesting stuff is happening, and I'm glad that I'm able to share it with all of you guys and gals, doing my research, trying to make sure that I educate the masses on what's happening. So anyways, thanks for tuning into this video. Like I said, smash the like button, subscribe, because I do post daily videos. This was Silver Slayer. I'm out. Peace.